Okay, so what's up guys? It's me again, Shirley, na laging nagsasabi, what you think is what you become. Salamat po sa pagpasyal nyo dito po sa ating channel. At kung sakali pong di pa kayo nakapag-subscribe, kindly click po yung subscribe below, like and share na rin po. And before going further, can you guess which sentence is correct? Sentence number 1, a bird sings, or sentence number 2, a bird sings? Hold on your answer at babalikan po natin yan mamaya pagkatapos po ng ating topic for today. So, tara na po! What is subject-verb agreement? That is our topic for today. If we say that subject and verb agreement, what does it mean? So, in subject-verb agreement, it means that the subject and verb must get along with each other. Or let's say, they will agree with each other. In other words, if the subject is singular, the verb must be singular. And if the subject is plural, the verb must be plural. In Tagalog, kapag ang pag-uusapan natin ay subject at verb agreement, dapat ang subject at verb ay magkabagay. O kaya, dapat iisang direksyon ang kanilang pupuntahan, hindi sila magkasalungat. Kung sakaling ang subject na gagamitin natin ay singular o kaya isa lang, dapat ang ikakabit nating verb ay pangsa isahan din o singular din. At kung sakaling gagamit tayo ng plural na subject, dapat ang ikakabit din nating verb ay plural din. Before we start our subject-verb agreement, can we just take a quick review with our singular and plural? For example, singular means alone, single, or only one. As you can see, our example, one cat, one bus, one apple. Singular means only one. Nag-iisa lang siya, walang kasama. That is our singular. When it comes to plural, it means not alone, more than one. It can be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or more. So as you can see, I put an example. 4 apples, 3 buses, and birds. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 birds. Sa Tagalog, plural, pangmaramihan. 2, 3, 4, 5, at higit pa. So let's take a look at with our singular verbs and plural verbs. These are singular verbs, and over here is our plural verbs. So, example, singular goes, plural is go. Has, plural is have. Singular is was, plural is were. Is, plural is are. Sings, sing. Jumps, jump. Eats, eat. Plays, play. Writes, write. Runs, run. These are the example of our singular verbs and plural verbs. So let's start to talk about the 10 roles of subject and verb agreement. For our example, the subject is written bold with color yellow and the verb is underlined with color red. So role number 1, the subject and verb must agree in number. it means that if the subject is singular, the verb must be singular. And if the subject is plural, the verb must be plural. For example, she sings every day. She is a singular, so we will use a verb singular. So, sing, we will add s, sings, that is a singular. She sings every day. For number 2 example, they sing every day. They are plural, so we will use a verb plural. Don't put s. Sing every day. They sing every day. Sa Tagalog, the subject and verb must agree in numbers. Dapat, kung ang subject ay isa lang, singular, ang verb na gagamitin ay isa din. Pang-isa din. Kung ang subject natin ay plural, ang gagamitin din nating verb ay pangdalawahan. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to this question again. Which sentence is correct? Sentence number 1 or sentence number 2? This is the rule number 1. We have to consider the number. So, if the word is singular, it is a subject is singular, we have to use a verb singular also. So, the correct sentence is sentence number 2. A bird sings. A bird is singular, it is a subject, so our verb must also singular. Sings. Just add s. Rule number 2. The words and phrases with, as well as, together with, along with, are not part of the subject, and the verb agrees only with the subject. So let's take a look with our example. Example number 1. She draws as well as she designs clothes. As well as the role says, is not part of the subject. So our subject is she. She is a singular, so our verb must be singular also. She draws as well as she designs clothes. Number 2 example. The teachers, together with the principal, are concerned about the problem. Together with, as the role say, is not part of the subject. So we will consider the teachers as our subject and it is a plural. So our subject is plural, so our verb must be plural. Are concerned is a plural verb. So the teachers, together with the principal, are concerned about the problem. Number 3 example. The politician, along with the newsman, is expected shortly. The politician is singular, so our verb must be singular also. Is expected. The politician, along with the newsman, is expected shortly. Rule number 3. The subject joined by and are plural. Let's take a look at with our example. Mary and Joan are quite different. Mary and Joan are plural, so our verb must also plural. Are quite different. Mary and Joan are quite different. Example number 2. She and her friends are at the fair. She and her friends are plural, so our verb must plural. Are at the fair. Remember, in every rules, there is an exemption. Let's take a look at the example. Bacon and egg is my favorite. Bacon stand alone and egg stand alone. So they are singular. So our verb must singular. Rule number 4. With collective nouns, the verb must be singular or plural, depending on meaning. So let's take a look at with our example. Number 1 example, the family takes a trip to Australia once a year. In collective nouns, when the collective nouns acts together, our verb must be singular. So the family takes a trip to Australia once a year. Takes is a verb singular. So example number 2, the family have different ideas about the annual trip. For the collective nouns role, when the collective nouns act individually, the verb must be plural. So we use the verb have. It is a plural verb. So always remember, when you are encountering the collective nouns, we will see if they will act together, it is a singular verb. And when they act individually, we will use a plural verb. Rule number 5. Two subjects joined by or not, either or, neither nor, not only, but also. Take the verb that agrees with the subject closest to it. So let's take a look with our example. Neither my mother nor my father goes to shop. So as the rules say, we will consider the subject nearest to the verb. So our subject nearest to the verb is singular, father. So our verb must be singular. Okay, so example number 2. Either they or you cleans the classroom. The subject nearest to the verb is singular, you. So our verb must also singular. Just add s, cleans the classroom. So number 3 example. Not only will they paint the outside of the house, but also the inside. So the nearest subject to the verb are plural. So our verb must also plural. Not only they paint the outside of the house, but also the inside. Rule number 6. In sentences beginning with here or there, the true subject follows the verb. Let's take a look with our example. There are many causes of school violence. We all know that there are subject plural. So our linking verb must also plural, are. The same with our example number 2. Here are the top 10 contestants practicing their moves. Here are plural, so our verb must also plural. Rule number 7. The verb is singular if the subject is singular, indefinite plural such as each, either, no one, everyone. Let's take a look at with our example. Example number 1. Everyone has done his or her homework. Everyone is singular, so our verb must also singular. Number 2 example. Each of the student is responsible for his doing his or her work in the library. So, each is singular, so our linking verb is also singular, or our verb is also a singular. Either is fine with me, singular, so our verb also must be singular. The mayor, as well as his brother, is going to prison. So, mayor is singular, so our verb must also singular. In addition with the rule number 7, the verb is plural if the subject is plural, indefinite pronouns such as several, few, both, many. Let's take a look at with our example. Several dogs were adopted over the weekend. Several dogs are plural, so our verb must also plural. And the next example, there are several types of ice cream to choose from. There are plural, so our verb must also plural. In addition, with the rule number 7, some indefinite pronoun may be either singular or plural depending upon the use in a sentence. Let's take a look at with our example. Some of the water is gone. Next example, some of the beads are missing. Be careful choosing a verb to accompany such pronoun. Rule number 8. Use a singular verb for expressions of measurement, time, money, and weight when the amount is considered 1 unit. Remember, if the sentence can answer how much, how big, how small, how long, it is singular verb. But if the sentence can answer how many, it will be a plural verb. So let's take a look at with our example. 45 baht is the cost of the cake. So why it is singular? Because it can answer the question how much. How much is the cost of the cake? Okay, so example number 2. There are only 200 baht in my wallet. Why it is a plural? Because it can answer the question how many. How many baht are in your wallet? Okay, so another example. 10 hours is how much time we'll need to complete this project. So it is singular because it can answer the question how much. And example number 2, 10 hours were spent on this project. Why it is plural? Because it can answer the question how many hours is spent on this project. Okay. Rule number 9. Plural form subjects with a singular meaning take a singular verb such as mumps, measles, calisthenics, statistics, civics, shingles, billiards, etc. Noun with a plural form and a singular meaning. They are noun with a plural form and a singular meaning. Let's take a look at with our examples. Shingles is caused by the same virus as chickenpox. Shingles, it is a plural form, but is a singular meaning. So, our verb must be singular. As well as example number 2. Billiards is a game. Billiards is a plural form, but a singular meaning. So, our verb must be singular. Rule number 10. Titles of a single entity should have a singular pronoun referent. Titles of a single entity might include things like books, countries, an organization, and so on. Let's take a look at with our example. Example number 1. The Frozen left its viewer stand. The Frozen considered as singular, so our verb must be singular. Remember, titles of single entities, books, organizations, countries, and so on are always singular. Try to answer the given activities. Drop your answer at the comment box. And try to check your own answer. The answer card is at the last part of the video. Okay, so let's try to answer our given activities. Number 1 question. The flock of sheep blanks running off in a different direction. Letter A, west. Letter B, where. Number 2 question. The team captain as well as his players blank anxious? Letter A, are. Letter B, is. Number 3 question. She didn't know whether he blank, laughing or crying. Letter A, was. Letter B, were. So number 4 question. There blank a casserole, a fruit salad, and a lemon pie in the refrigerator. Letter A, is. Letter B, are. Number 5 question. Somebody blank left her purse. Letter A, have. Letter B, has. Number 6 question. Neither of the two traffic lights blank working. Letter A, is. Letter B, are. Number 7 question. The jury blank awarded custody to the grandmother. Letter A, has. Letter B, have. Number 8 question. The grips of words a long time to read. Okay, again. The grips of words blank a long time to read. Letter A, take. Letter B, takes. Number 9 question. The politics of the situation blank complicated. Letter A, was. Letter B, were. And the last question. The pair of scissors on the table. Oh, again. The pair of scissors blank on the table. Letter A, are. Letter B, is. Okay, so try to check your answer at the last part of this video. Good luck! Okay, so dito na po nagtatapos ang ating topic for today. At salamat po sa pagsama niyo po sa akin hanggang sa huli. Kung sakali pong di pa kayo nakapagpindot ng subscribe, please pindot-pindot na po yung subscribe below. Like and share na rin po. And always wear your smile and stay wonderful. Hanggang sa huling vlog ulit. Salamat! Bye-bye!